back to the class, it felt like why wasn't I here? Like, I don't know. And when you start saying that, every day I wake up, I get things. Because with him, it was like, I couldn't believe it. I still couldn't believe it that he's not here. And like, it was hard for me to understand, like, it's true, like, oh, we get up, we go on the rush, like, oh, I'm late. And then when I went through this, I'm like, I don't care if I'm late, I'm giving thanks because God gave me another day. And it's hard, well, just to go through this to like realize, oh, I need to give thanks.
Right. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Sorry for your loss. So, interestingly enough, what she says is the truth. Sometimes it takes a life-changing event to make us come back to reality. Because in the end, in the heart of hearts and truth of truths, how much money you have, what shoes you're wearing, what purses you carry, what cars you drive, don't matter. In the end, they're going to remember. And if you've ever been to a funeral, they don't say, oh, she always wore Prada, or she always wore whatever, you know. They look at the person in the box and say, oh, she was mean, or oh, she was nice. Oh, and that's what they remember. So that's what the Sausha tells us. What are your values? If you don't know your values, you're going to be contradicting yourself all the time. What are your values? Is telling the truth always the value? And if so, do you hang around with somebody that doesn't tell the truth? See, your values have to add up to more than you think you're worth. Because if not, then you're always going to be down here. So you have to figure out your values. And going through this practice of answering those questions will help you. Do you bathe and nurture your body daily? Nurturing your body could be the asanas. When you put on your lotion, do you say thank you to your legs? Thank you for being so strong, for carrying me all day long. I really appreciate you. How many of you guys ever done that? I do it every day. You know why? Because I was a dancer, and my biggest fear when I was a dancer, when I was a professional dancer for 12 years, was if one day something happened to these legs, I would never dance again. So every day I just started to do that, right? So when you put on when you wash your hands, thank you water, thank you for cleaning, thank you. Before you drink your vitamins, before you drink water, thank you for the sustenance. Before I eat meat, right? I used to be a vegetarian before, and I take some animal protein now. It has to be organic, and it has to be kosher, which means that when it was killed in a good way. And I always take it, and I always say, thank you, that you gave your life that I might receive life. Right? All the time, anytime, right? So let me just, we'll go right to you. Do you meditate daily, and do you wear your best when you're out? And wear your best doesn't mean your clothes. It means wear your best face out there, right? Wear your best face. Those are the questions that I want you to answer for homework. And I want you to contemplate, and I want you to give me stories like what she just gave me. What are the things that have happened in your life that this could actually help you to remember, right? And there's no yes or no questions. You write it down in your journal. Don't answer just yes. I do this every day. Answer, I do this every day because it reminds me of. And then give me a little story, give me a little history. Or I'm going to do this every day because this happened, right? So you're going to share. Okay.
Going back to what we were talking about being thankful, I've learned, hard ways, to be thankful. Recently, I was I had to go into the emergency procedure. Just to think about, going to the bathroom, sometimes we think, okay, it's not, it's just normal part of the body. But when, she had the experience, I had the experience that I couldn't go, and it's such a awful feeling, that it just, you can do anything. And after, when, everything went back to normal, it's like, I remember thanking God. I said, every single time I go pee, because that was my problem, I thank God, because and I can even enjoy it now, because it was an awful feeling. I've never used it. And when I did, I was so thankful. And since, stuff had happened to me, I've, my age, of course, learned, to be thankful for it. Just a reason to get up, But I wanted to share that it's the least things, we don't consider, but we should be thankful.
Yeah, agreed. Any other stories? So think about that.
Yeah, I did have one. When you mentioned about eating raw, I just started a diet and I have to eat raw food for 10 days. And it was hard for me, and it's still hard for me, but what you said about how you feel mentally, it's true because I'm not changing so much. I'm more patient and I don't get as mad as often as before, and it's barely today's the 7th day.
Yeah.
But I can tell the difference and I'm more calm too.
Yeah. Raw clean diet is very, very healing. Yes.
What raw foods would you recommend?
Oh, we'll go into that another time. Okay. So let's go ahead